gentlemen, it is Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yunetta Spring. Yes, man. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today?
We good, man. We're so excited to have you, and it's a new month, and you have a new thing. So tell us about what you're going to be talking about this morning.
March is Women's History Month. So my theme for this month, over on Spring 4th IG page and Yunetta Spring YouTube page, I'll be talking about March movement. So this month we'll be talking about how to move forward and how to move through stuck places in our life utilizing EMDR. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all what that is. And I want to kind of say that this Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not a substitute for therapy, y'all, okay?
Right.
But it can be used as a springboard to get you there. I just want to put that out there because I think some people are thinking it's therapy. It's not. So I'm going to share with y'all what EMDR is. EMDR stands for Eye Movement Desensitization and Reprocessing. And it's an evidence-based psychotherapy approach. It was created actually by a woman named Francine Shapiro back in the 80s. So this is not your traditional form of talk therapy. Nothing wrong with talk therapy. But in EMDR therapy, we utilize a special protocol, and this helps our clients alleviate physical and emotional distress that's caused by traumatic memories. And essentially, it helps to heal trauma, right? In the past, I know we've been told, like, you know, people saying there's some things you just never going to get over.
Right.
Right? If you experience this, your life will never be the same. And to some degree, that's true. But just because your life won't be the same doesn't mean you have to suffer.
Exactly.
So when trauma happens in our body, we receive a message through all of our five senses, what we see, taste, touch, smell. And sometimes we can get stuck in an automatic reaction. So our subconscious mind is always going to protect and override our conscious mind.
Right.
So, you know, we've heard the phrase, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? But sometimes it's a duck in our mind, and in reality, it's a dog.
Okay.
So the foundation of EMDR rests on the adaptive information processing model, which basically supports that our brains are capable of healing the same way like our bodies heal. Like, Rickey, so if you were to cut yourself, your body is going to naturally start that process of healing. Our blood is going to clot. We develop a scab. You know, our body does that automatically without us doing anything. So trauma is an emotional and physical injury, right? So when we experience that, our brains are trying to heal too.
Right.
But what happens is the same way we care for a wound, like we clean it up and do what we need to do for it, we don't do that. We don't care for the wounds of our mind because we're not taught how to do it.
Exactly.
For the most part.
So when certain things happen, or when it rained, or when the seasons change, you know, think about my grandma when she passed away, and it causes a trigger. Mm-hmm. And I think that people that have lost loved ones, that is real trauma. But we're trained and conditioned to that time heal all wounds, to get over it, and God will heal you in time. And we never get any type of therapy and any type of healing for the funeral directors rolling your grandmama casket out of that church. Just plain and simple. That's traumatizing.
And our bodies can heal, you know, from that. It doesn't mean we do away with it or we get over it, but we learn we can get through it. And EMDR is a protocol that helps us get through it, right? Because we talk a lot about cycles and generational curses, right? And intergenerational trauma and toxic relationships. Right. All of those are hot topics right now. We've covered them all. But we got to consider, how did those things originate? And oftentimes those things were birthed in trauma. You know, you wouldn't be in that toxic cycle if there wasn't something stuck in your brain causing you to override logic and reasoning and continue in that maladaptive pattern. You know, so EMDR is I just wanted to share because it's really a powerful resource that can help us heal. So if you want to know more about EMDR, feel free to check out my website, springforthcounseling.org. You could go to my IG, Springforth Counseling, as well. You can always text the word SPRING to 55444. And if you're a therapist and you want to be trained, you can reach out to me. I have some trainings coming up in the spring. And I also offer coaching and consulting for EMDR therapists.
All right, y'all. Y'all can make sure y'all find Counselor Spring at Springforth Counseling. At Springforth Counseling. Counselor Spring, thank you so much.